What I'm about to do next might cause controversy on your show. I want to see what it's like to make.
Oh no.
Yes.
Last time in Texas, Calvin and I went to Austin to try super affordable barbecue
My God.
and crazy expensive barbecue.
This right here could feed a family of 8 to 10, not people, Texans.
Now I'm headed to Lockhart, one of this state's most iconic barbecue destinations.
I've had pork ribs, I've had beef ribs, I've had all different smatterings of delicious barbecue. But the one thing that's been missing from my diet is brisket. That's why we've come here to the original Black's Barbecue.
Here at Black's, they claim to be the first to sell smoked beef brisket.
That's a bold claim. First of all, if you were the original, why'd you call yourself the original? I didn't call myself the original best ever food review show.
With decades and generations of experience, it's been said they've created the perfectest,
Oh my gosh.
juiciest,
I feel like I'm at a magic show.
most delicious brisket on the planet. Well, I'm here to find out for myself.
The brisket is a really special cut of meat. It's not known as the most expensive, most fancy piece of meat on a piece of cattle, and it's tough to work with. If you're not using it to make a delicious smoked brisket, you're probably using it to make ground beef or hamburgers. But once Black's gets a hold of a brisket, they do something magical. Now I'm gonna see what that is real soon. Let's go inside. Why do I keep talking like this? Like I'm Liam Neeson.
Edgar Black Sr. originally founded Black's Barbecue as a meat market and grocery in 1932. Over time, it transformed into a must-visit destination for barbecue lovers, thanks to their legendary smoked beef brisket. That's our main course today. But first, I want to whet my appetite with a brisket sausage, made from the very same top-notch beef brisket. One of the primary distinctions of Central Texas barbecue is simplicity. Salt, pepper, and a flour-based binder are just enough to amplify the meat's flavor without overshadowing it. Then it's time to grind.
It's more common for barbecue joints to have kind of low quality pork sausage, but this is 90% fine Angus beef brisket and 10% pork.
Now the sausage stuffer, where this meaty mix is shoved in intestinal hog casing.
Oh, you scored my face. But I'm okay with that. Not the first time.
It wasn't a complaint.
Joining me today, my good friend Calvin and the 69-year-old third-generation pitmaster Kent Black.
Most sausages I see are straight. This one's kind of a horseshoe. Why this shape?
That's because that's the way my grandfather started doing it in 1932 here in Lockhart. We tried a week to do the straight length, same recipe, same cooking technique, straight lengths, and you would have thought we shot the Pope. They hated it. They said, this doesn't taste the same. We've got 5 generations of customers and they expect to see this style of length.
As the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not only the sausage recipe and shape that have withstood the test of time. This machine is the very same model that produced Black's first sausages back in the 1930s. That's when TVs were invented.
Right now, Josh and Anthony make about 7,000 of these a week for our restaurants, and we ship all over the country, all 50 states and Puerto Rico.
And also Puerto Rico.
Don't forget our neighbors down there.
From here, these hot links are loaded onto a roasting stick and locked inside the smoker for an hour.
I want to talk about the history of this place. In 1932, it didn't go this far back, right?
The building closer to Main Street was our small footprint when we first started. Every 10 years or so, we would add another 500 or 800 square feet, and now we go from one city street to another city street.
How long has the sausage room been here?
This has been here since about 1960, so we're going on about 60 years. It's one of our newer buildings.
It's a newer building.
In a throwback to their meat market roots, most barbecue restaurants in Texas cut the food in front of the customers on thick, heavy butcher blocks. 25 years of use has worn deep grooves into this table-sized cutting board.
Sometimes people just buy a half of it, and then if you want to see the inside of it, we can show it like that, or we can just cut it here some bite-sized pieces for you.
I feel like I'm at a magic show. Have you ever done teppanyaki?
I'm not sure what that is.
For the Japanese people cook in front of you.
Well, we got glass windows here, so we're cooking in front of people all day.
It's a beautiful outside. The way it smokes it becomes this beautiful dark brown.
Mahogany, I would call it.
And you can see it's not like so finely ground that the interior is just all one solid color like a hot dog. It's coarse in such a way that you can see the different ingredients in there still. You can actually see the spices with your own eyes. Try it. Do you want some?
Oh, yeah.
That smoke really permeates through the palate.
There's no casing like a real hog casing. Could you hear me?
Something about casing.
I was saying the synthetic casing can compare. Synthetic casing will hold it, everything in place, but it doesn't have any character to it. It doesn't have like that plump kind of bite that you can rip through with your teeth. Is it a different experience if you just do this? Oh, it's hot, it's juicy, it just kind of explodes. That might be even better.
I've never had a sausage made from beef before. So having this now, the textures and the flavors, it's really delicious.
So much of this place is about the history and about the generations. So it started with your grandpa, and then it's gone down to your grandchildren. What are your kids and your grandchildren doing now with Black's?
My two sons, Eric and Barrett, they're involved in the business. I couldn't have grown the business without them. The grandkids are a little young for our sharp knife. They're age 4 to 16, but they're starting out to do a few things, cleaning tables, stuff like that.
For the 4-year-old.
The 4-year-old,
The
yeah.
16-year-old can stuff sausage.
Please.
Ken's first experience with this family business was selling snow cones at the age of 6. In 2008, he took over the restaurant from his father, Edgar Black Jr.
We used to barbecue all the parts of the cow, but in the 40s, when my dad came back from World War II, it was his observation and conclusion that the brisket was a great cut of meat, and he's the one that converted us to serving briskets only. He was one of the first people in the country to do that. Now everybody sells briskets.
What started as a small shop is now a seriously large meat processing facility that built its reputation on top quality smoked brisket. That's exactly what Calvin and I came here for.
Can you tell us what part is brisket?
Brisket comes off the chest of the cow. It's just right here on the chest between the front 2 legs, and there's only 2 briskets on each animal. Left brisket and a right brisket.
So briskets are just cow boobs.
This fatty end of the brisket is also known as the point cut, while the leaner end is the flat cut.
There's good fat and bad fat on a brisket. This hard fat is not going to do you much good, so we don't want to cut it all off down to the red meat because we got to protect the brisket, but we're going to cut maybe 2/3 of that hard fat off of there.
Pitmasters usually gravitate to the point cut for a juicier slice, but when you talk about Texas brisket, you talk about the full brisket.
This is actually not tall enough. A lot of this is going to burn up in our 14-hour cooking process. So what I'm going to do is cut some of this lean in off so I can have a taller brisket on this side. We're not going to throw this meat away. We're going to make sausage out of that. Great sausage meat. Anything that pops up like this, I'm going to cut off because it's just going to burn up anyway. Take some of our seasoning.
Once happy with the trimming, Ken seasons it with salt, pepper, red pepper, cayenne, and a little something he might call a family secret.
Let's shake it up.
While East and South Texas barbecue emphasizes the sauce, Central Texas style is all about the rub.
We really rub the seasoning into the fibers of the meat. Otherwise, when the meat starts to sweat, the seasoning's just going to roll off of it. So we really get it down in those fibers. And then we will cook this with the fat side on top so all of those juices soak down into the meat instead of being lost in the